Hey guys, we're in September and that comes with a new word of the month, which is courage. Now, you may have heard of courage or encouragement or discourage, but I want to tell you about a time where I had courage and how the Lord helped me to have courage and to face the hard things. When I was young, probably about your age, my mom had signed me up for a dance camp. I wasn't too interested in dance, but I was gonna give it a try. But I was very nervous and I messed up the first couple of days. But from then on, my mother had prayed with me before every day we went into the camp, and I felt encouraged. I felt empowered and confident knowing that I can trust in the Lord because He is with me during such a anxious and sometimes kind of scary time. What about you? What is an opportunity or what was a time that you had courage and that you sought the Lord to be encouraged by Him? Drop it in the comments. I would love to read it.
God made the mountains, God made the sea, God made the whole wide world, and God made me. He knows my name, He holds my hand. With His love, I can stand. I am loved, I am free. God made me so wonderfully. I will shine, I will sing. I'm a child of the King. God made the flowers, God made the trees, God made the buzzing bumblebees. Every color, every sound shows how much His love is found. He made me just as I am, part of His big, perfect plan. I am loved, I am free. Jesus, you're the King of me. I will shine, I will sing. I'm a child of the King. I am loved, I am free. God made me so wonderfully. I will shine, I will sing. I'm a child of the King.
Here you go.
What is this?
I don't know.
You are being considered for president for the local chapter of the Association of Christian Architects. Please let us know whether you will consider running by 5 p.m. on Friday.
Congratulations! It's an honor.
What? Okay. Madam President Angie has a really nice ring to it.
It does. It
Whoa,
does.
whoa. No one's running for president around here.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, for starters, I'm pretty sure they sent me this on an accident. I know I'm in the Architect Association, but I can think of plenty of other architects who have been there way longer than I have. So I'm pretty sure it was a mistake that they sent me
Hold your horses. Have you considered that maybe there's a reason they're coming to you to be the chapter president?
Yeah, don't sell yourself so short.
this. I don't know, you guys.
Have you considered maybe, just maybe, God actually wants this for your life? That He wants you to be the chapter president?
Actually, I've never considered it, but why would he choose me?
You know what that reminds me of? Moses.
Oh, he's that guy who spoke to God through that burning bush, right?
Yes, among other things. In the book of Exodus, God had called Moses. He specifically chose Moses to lead His people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. But Moses, he didn't think he was qualified. He gave God every excuse and reason why he wasn't the one to lead them out of Egypt.
See, that's exactly how I'm feeling.
Okay, if God could use Moses in spite of his feelings, He can certainly use you too.
That's exactly right. When every opportunity that Moses had presented an excuse, God had reminded them that He's going to be there with him and that He's going to help him out. So you should remember and trust God that He can do the same for you being chapter president.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You guys are right. I'm gonna run for chapter president. Even if I don't feel ready, I know God is with me. So I'm gonna send him an email right now and tell them that I accept.
Yes, you should. You should. Angie, our brave architect. Amen.
Oh, do you need a secretary? Do we get perks?
What part?
I
Benefits?
thought we got- yeah, part free snacks.
found out. I'm just gonna tell them yes, okay? Calm down.
I'm so
Snackies.
excited. We're gonna be proud of that.
We're gonna have snacks.
Hey guys, that story from this first week was amazing. I just want to let you guys know that preparation is amazing, but sometimes even being prepared does not help with how you feel with the anxious thoughts or even scary moments. That's why I just want to remind you of our bottom line from the story, which is God can give you courage even when you don't feel ready. Okay, just like when Moses was feeling unprepared and giving every reason of why he shouldn't approach Pharaoh, the Lord reminded him it is not about him, but it's about what God is doing through him. So remember, be encouraged because God is with you and he's going to work all things through you for your good and for his glory. Amen? All right, guys, remember that.
Hey y'all, Joya here, and I have the privilege of diving deeper into our story for week 1. Now, this story comes from Exodus, which is the second book in the Bible, so it's in the Old Testament. And the bottom line for this whole story was that God can give you courage even when you don't feel ready. And let me tell you, all in Exodus, we have this friend who is not ready for what God has called him to do. Now, God has called him to free a people, to take some people called the Israelites, or take a group of people called the Israelites out of Egypt and into the promised land. But when God asked Moses and called Moses to do this, he was terrified. Now, like I said, it's in a few chapters in this book. So it's from chapters about 3 to 6. And then we also hit some scriptures in chapter 13 and chapter 14. So make sure you read it all to get all the juicy details. But I'm going to give you a few. So when God called Moses, Moses was like, I am not built for this. I don't know how to speak well. I don't know how to do anything you're telling me to do. They are not going to follow me as a leader. But God came to Moses through a burning bush, which was a sign. This was not normal. This bush was burning up and it was not burning down. And so if I was there, I would have been super confused. But Moses heard and spoke through the Lord through this bush. And God was like, hey, I know you're worried that they're not going to listen, but I have 3 signs that you can show them so then they can believe you. Sign number 1, God said to throw Moses' staff on the ground. It's kind of like a walking staff or like a long stick, if you will. So when Moses threw it on the ground, it turned into a snake, which was a little scary. But as soon as Moses picked it back up, it was back like a staff. And God said, use this as a sign. That doesn't happen normally. Sign number 2. Moses stuck his hand inside his cloak or his jacket, or something like that is what we would equivalent it to today. But when he stuck his hand in the first time and brought it out, it was all white and diseased. But then when he stuck it back in, it was well again. And God said, use this as a sign to show these people. And Moses is like, okay. And God gave him one more. This was when God told him to get water from the Nile River and pour it out on the ground. When that water went on the ground, it would turn into blood. And surely people would know that God sent Moses from these signs. But guess what, y'all? Moses still was not convinced. He said, I'm not the best speaker. I don't know how to do any of this. I can't do this, Lord. I love that you called me, but no thanks. And so what God did, God sent him a helper. God sent Moses' brother Aaron. He said, hey, Aaron will go with you. He will go with you to help free these people from Egypt. He will help you lead the Israelites. And all in all, there's a whole bunch of other juicy things in Exodus, but Moses was doubtful. Moses did not believe that he was a leader that God called him to believe or to lead, but God gave him courage. God gave him somebody to assist him. God gave him signs to show these people he was leading. God never left Moses. God was with Moses the entire time. And even though God kept saying, I have called you to do this, God heard Moses and his concerns and his doubts. So all in all, if you ever feel like Moses, if you ever feel like you can't join that team, you're too small. I can't join that team. I haven't been doing it as long as everyone else has. I can't pass that test. I didn't study as much as that other person. Disregard all that. God can use you any way that he wants to, whether you like it or not. God is here. He knows the plans that he has created for your life. So we must trust him and have courage while we do so. So even when God gives you, or even when you don't feel like it, God can give you courage to do things that you may have never thought that you can do. So that's my encouragement to you. Whether it's a homework assignment, whether it's making a new friend, whether it's getting along with your brother or sister, or even your parents, I ask you, or I challenge you to ask God to give you the courage that he gave Moses in Exodus.